Welcome to Winston-Salem and another stop along Tobacco Road, which is home to the Wake Forest Demon Deacons, and the fans have been ready to get things started since early in the day. A Big Ten showdown is coming, conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Washington State Cougars taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Washington State ready to kick off as it's time to get things started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25.
You said what? Oh, hey, man, I ain't like that, man. Don't let the record fool you. We gonna see. Should be a good one though. Should be a good one. Oh yeah, hell yeah. First down here for the offense. On the move, it's Morris. At the 40, there he goes. And he breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Wake. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And these offensive coordinators
Hey, no, that shit was different.
That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Kickoff team out there and ready to go. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down, here comes this offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. They'll run play action. Looking left. Pulls it in. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And the Cougars want to pick up the tempo. The give to the left side. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Cougars are moving quickly down the field.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
They've got a really good drive going, but a little speed bump here at 2nd and 13. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Gonna take a shot, and he makes the catch at the 25. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Washington State going back to work on first down. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Daniels. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Washington State lines up quickly. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And they did tack on the extra point. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to them and get them on the perimeter.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll run it from the gun. Still running at the 40. The expressway is wide open. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, his speed, he was gone.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Finds his man down the middle. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Wake Forest 14.
Yeah.
Washington State, 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Washington State going quickly. Pulls and fired complete. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Turns it on in midfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. Offense getting set for first down.
How about the left side of the line getting off the ball, creating some holes for that running back to get through, make a big play on the handoff to the left.
When something works that well, you might as well go right back to it. I mean, they showed no indication that they could stop it.
I like to go back to it and hurry up, get to the line of scrimmage quick, run it again.
Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. He's going to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
They couldn't connect on second down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Daniels. Unloads it downfield. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I'll tell you what, safeties in today's football now, it changes, right? You used to be big hitters that spin down all the time and have to play the run. Now with so much pass, so much spread, you better be able to cover. You better be able to have some speed. Great job sitting back in zone coverage, breaking on the football, and going and getting that INT.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this quarterback's got to know that this isn't practice. This isn't back with his QB guru. He's not trying to throw around brooms or around big bags. That is an arm attached to a body that bench presses 500 pounds. He's got to do better.
And that's where they'll spot it, just inside the 45. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative and play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And the ball's on the ground. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, you know this guy dreamed of starting this game off right and running the football and positive and being the guy throughout the day, not coughing it up on the first carry. Going to have some resilience because he's going to get more totes, and he's got to make sure he's ready for it.
First down for this offense. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Past the 40. Oh, look out! Boy, are they loving that huge play. He's got it down to the 9.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times.
Yeah, that was kind of wild. A little bit of stick work too.
Has the ball because he is dangerous in space.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Third and goal from way back there. It's a reverse. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Demon Deacon. Effective offense, leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Oh, he's going to take a chance and bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll try it over the left side. Looks as if that'll be enough to give Washington State a first down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
It's first down from their own 23-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Ivory. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Cougars will hustle to the line. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. The run to the left. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Washington State sends the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on once. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime, it potentially makes some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Going for it all. And it's picked off right at the goal line. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
It's so nice to see defenders squeeze that pigskin. A lot of times, in great position, you see them there to make the play, but there's a reason they play defense. Not this time. Great job securing the interception.
They'll give it to the back. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
21, Washington State, 7.
And the Demon Deacons will kick it off to start the second half. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out.
You know, a lot of offensive coordinators script the first, 5 to 10 to 15 plays. You don't usually draw that up for inside your own 10. Bad field position to start. This offense needs to come out, get a few positive plays first to get out the shadow of your own end zone.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football ball right of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. To the ground to try to move the chains. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Washington State lines up quickly.
Well, the defense had an opportunity to get a stop on fourth down. The offense backed up, but they're able to plow forward on the ground.
Man, they said they wanted to be aggressive, but I don't know that anyone expected that type of aggression.
If I was on offense here, sudden change, now that you've picked up the first, why not go play action and take a shot?
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jumpers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
Facing a third down and short from the 26. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Okay, ready?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They move the tight end all over. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards. And
touchdown, Demon Deeks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Slips through the line. This guy is so dangerous. The excellent vision to find the lane and get it out and set up the offense with good field position. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up.
No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
A first down for the offense. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. The Demon Deacons are in the hurry up. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Using the quick game. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Caught in the backfield, it's Montgomery. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can get open, and he can make positive things happen after he has the ball.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest. And the stomping has commenced. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Washington State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
After the loss on that last one, an all-important 2nd down play from the 12. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Fires left. And that ball is picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
The Wake Forest offense returns to the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The Demon Deacons have moved it inside the 20. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. On the option. Got enough space. Touchdown, Wake. And the pummeling has started. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game.
You said what?
The nation on this one. Washington went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Huskies always seem to get everyone's best punch.
That's facts.
To deliver the knockout. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field.
One
of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think he can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Got his man. tackled, but he has a first down.
Yeah, it should have been on the sneak.
Offenses are doing
15
such a great job now with
big ass
so many wide receivers
corner.
on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
Yeah, nah, for sure.
Feeling some heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it inside the 25. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will. Ready to try the point after. Smashes it through for the PAT. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a huge play in the passing game, covering 67 yards to the end zone. Going for the return. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken it in the end zone. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Oh, he wants it all. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but like, let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but like, let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
The defense came into this one, guys, knowing this quarterback was going to try to run the football. On that designed carry, they were physical and they were ready for it.
And the Demon Deacons decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe he's...
And he makes the catch inside the 20. Oh, looks like the offense was able to recover it. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. To the air. It's Daniels. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. There is no point in a field goal here, so the offense stays on the field on 4th down. He'll go to the sneak.
Quarterback on the sneak. Picks up 1. 1st and goal, Washington State.
Washington State will come to the line with a 1st and goal. Trying to pound their way in. Striving for the goal line. Loose football.
And that's hard to swallow. You're in scoring position. You got set up perfectly inside the 5-yard line. Everything looking good. You can't fumble the football. You got to take care of it. Man, what a missed opportunity for this offense.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse,